Have you ever wondered how rain occurs? It's not just about water falling from the sky. It's a magnificent dance of nature, a cycle that keeps the earth alive and thriving. The process is both simple and complex, relying on the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystem. Rain, as we know, is the lifeblood of our planet, the great nourisher that soaks into the ground, feeding plants and replenishing our water sources. It's a phenomenon that has fascinated humans since the dawn of time, and yet its intricacies remain elusive to many. Without delving too much into the details just yet, rain is part of a larger system known as the water cycle. It's a process that involves evaporation, condensation, and precipitation, all working in harmony to distribute water around the globe. But how does it all happen? How does a warm, sunny day transform into a rainy one? And most importantly, how can we harness this natural process to benefit our environment and ourselves? Join us as we unravel the fascinating process behind the occurrence of rain. So, what exactly is rain? It's a question we've all asked at some point, isn't it? Well, in simple terms, rain is water falling from the sky, but there's a lot more to it than that. Rain is a form of precipitation, which also includes snow, sleet, and hail. It's all part of the water cycle, a fascinating process that allows water to move from the Earth's surface to the atmosphere and then back again. When the sun heats up water from oceans, lakes, and rivers, it turns into vapor and rises up into the atmosphere. Here the vapor condenses into tiny droplets, forming clouds. When these droplets get too heavy to float in the air, they fall back to the earth as rain. Rain, as simple as it might seem, is a complex process, and it's all thanks to the water cycle. The water cycle not only gives us rain, but also sustains life by distributing and recycling water around the planet. The water cycle, a continuous and natural phenomenon, is the star of our show. Think of the water cycle as an Earth-sized distillation process. It starts with the sun, our very own celestial heater. As it warms the surface of the earth, water in rivers, lakes, and oceans starts to heat up. This heat transforms the water into an invisible gas called water vapor. This transformation is what we call evaporation. Now, imagine you're cooking a pot of soup. As the soup heats up, steam rises. But as soon as that steam hits the cooler air above the pot, it turns back into tiny droplets of water. That's exactly what happens in our atmosphere. The water vapor rises up into the sky, and as it reaches the cooler upper atmosphere, it transforms back into tiny water droplets. This transformation is known as condensation. These tiny droplets of water then cling together, forming clouds. Ever looked up at the sky and wondered what clouds are? They're just masses of these tiny water droplets floating high above the ground. Now, as more and more water vapor condenses, the water droplets in the clouds become heavier. And just like a sponge that's gotten too full, the clouds can no longer hold all that water. So they release it in the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail, depending on the temperature. This downpour is what we call precipitation. This precipitation, in the form of rain, replenishes the water in rivers, lakes, and oceans. And so, the cycle continues, with the sun once again heating up the water, causing evaporation, leading to condensation and the formation of clouds, which then precipitate as rain. It's a beautiful self-sustaining process, isn't it? The water we use today has been around for millions of years, recycled over and over again through this amazing water cycle. And voila, that's the water cycle for you, with rain as its grand finale.